Hello, Carmen. Good evening, good evening. Hello from Scotland. All right. Give me 1 second. I need to take out my eggplant. Hold on 1 second. Let me show everybody what I made. Can you see it? Hello, guys. So that's my chicken and eggplant parm. I make it both because my daughter likes both. So I use half of the pan and made chicken parm, and the other half is eggplant parm. So now no lasagna, it's chicken and eggplant separate. One side's chicken parm, the other side's eggplant parm. But I love it. I love it. Hello from Canada. Hello, Sharon Margaret Stewart. I hope so, Zulami, because my timing is never 100%. I say it all the time. My accuracy about yes or no, are they coming, they're not coming, all that, yeah. But timing, again, I have to say it all the time, and I don't know why. But there is no time on the other side. None. Time does not exist at all. At all. Hello, Life of Destiny. I got to talk to Squeaks yesterday. She is such a sweetheart. So sweet. Oh, good, Barbie64. I need to do it with you. Hello from Chicago. Hello from England. She's 85, Susan. Just make her as happy as you can make her. Let her do what she wants. Let her eat what she wants. Let her sleep when she wants. Make her happy. That's all you can do. You can't control anybody else's destiny any more than they can control yours. Oh, good, Jess F. Thank you. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I need you guys to hit the like button because we're down about 100. I need you guys to hit the like button for me. So this video is to talk about, right, Michelle? This video is to talk about you can be your own psychic. You can do this. If you can't afford a reading, okay, then you can do this yourself. If you don't want to pay for a reading, maybe you can afford it, but you just don't want to. You can do this yourself. Everybody is born with this gift because it is in fact that. It's part of your DNA or genetic makeup. You don't always have to have another psychic in your family because maybe someone in your family is, but never used it, never reached within to get that tool, never got to their own vortex, so to speak. So what I want to talk to you about with this message today is just give you some simple instructions to get you started. Yes, I do classes, and I'm going to set up my about section a little bit more scheduled, a little bit more organized, so that you can understand what I do offer and what I don't offer, when I offer it and when I won't offer it. I also have somebody working on that VIP section, so we'll take care of that. For those of you interested, thank you for hitting the like buttons, the ones who just did. What's important for you to know is that being your own psychic, you can't be prejudiced to yourself. You can't rule out in favor because you want to. You can't choose answers because you like them. It has to be what is. That message will come from source. Source is already within you. Okay. Source is around that area. If you're not familiar, it's around that area that it's a knowing. Kind of like when you know you shouldn't go back with an ex-partner. You know that you're in an unhealthy, toxic relationship. That area that you tend to not listen to. Sometimes the universe, the divine, will push you into your vortex, whether you want to go there or not. When, like I said on the previous video, when you get pushed into your vortex, you're kind of forced to see the good things, not to put the energy into the negative things. It's so easy to put the energy into things that we know how to do. Like we know how to be depressed, and we know how to get upset, and we know how to push triggers, and we know how to be triggered. And, you know, we can say over and over again, we're used to being lied to. We're used to being cheated on. Well, do you want to keep being used to that? The only reason you can relate or tell somebody so much about all that is because you're still stuck in that space. I don't want you to be stuck in that space. I want you to be able to wake up in the morning and already have made a decision when you went to bed that you weren't going to have a bad day, that you weren't going to let negative influences bother you. A lot of you get readings from me and I tell you someone is returning. But when you have to understand, you're closer to that source, meaning that other person, than I am. So they're going to pick up on your energy way before they pick up on mine. Now, if I see them coming back towards you, that's because that's where they're at in their private space. And I see them contemplating, trying to make a decision, but I also see them coming towards you, not walking away from you. I can tell when somebody's back is turned and when they're facing you. That's kind of how I know whether or not they're coming or they're not, or if it's going to be a delay. I can tell. But for you guys, if I tell you yes, but you think to yourself, oh, it's been 3 weeks. Oh, it's been 3 months. They're not coming. She said they were, but they're not coming. I kept asking when. I can't tell you when. That's not my job to tell you when. It's not my job to decide when anything happens. You could tell me that somebody's terminally ill and that they're starting to show molding. And you could tell me that, you know, their heart rate is only at 1%. And you could tell me that they're turning purple. But I still don't have the right or the authority to tell you when, how long. It's not my job. It's not my job to solve all your problems. That's not what I'm here for either. My job here, the reason I'm brought to this channel, is to help you, A, with coping skills, to help you, B, with life coaching, to help you, C, with giving you visions that I see to save you from trouble, disasters, tower moments down the road. I am your probiotic, so to speak. I am here to help to prevent mishaps, to prevent accidents, to prevent sadness, to prevent heartache. I'm here to help you to get a grip on what is and not to focus on what isn't. I'm also here to help to show you that you too can open up your third eye, which is right here in between your eyebrows, right here. And I'm here to tell you a few things to get you started. Now, as soon as you do this, no, maybe for some of you immediately, you won't get anything. It might be a blank canvas for the whole day. For some of you, you may get sounds, you may get visions, you may get smells, you may get different noises that happen around your house. You may get messages. There's so many different things that you can get. But only you are going to have to make yourself aware of them, because signs could come in and you may not even notice them. You're like, well, nothing happened. Meanwhile, I saw a spark fly past you. That was something that happened. It's also important to keep a pen and paper near you, even when you go to bed at night. So when you wake up, you can write down immediately what you're thinking before you even put your feet on that floor. Once you put your feet on the floor, it's very difficult to remember your dreams, especially very vivid, very hard. Thank you, Angel Wings. So my biggest thing is that I'm going to do another show tonight that's going to speak about anxiety and panic attacks and how you can finally come to grips with them so you don't have to overdose yourself on medication. But it is going to be a skill that you're going to have to practice in order for it to work right. But I'll tell you, there are so many people, including myself, who have been completely disabled due to anxiety and panic attacks. People look at you like you're nuts. What do you mean you can't go out to work because you have anxiety? What does that mean? Why can't you? It's not as simple as you think. So let me stay on the topic right now and speak to you about how you can become your own psychic. Number one. Well, before I get to number one, sorry. So you can have, like I do, you can have crystal balls. You'll later develop what tools you like to work with. Do I need this ball to be psychic? Nope, I don't. Do I need this amethyst to be psychic? Nope, I don't. Is it nice to have those extra things? Do I need these cards? Do I really need these cards? Do I need these cards to tell you anything? Nope. That's why I can do your readings when I'm driving. That's why I can do your readings when I'm at the pool. That's why I can do your readings if I'm in the grocery store. I can do your readings if I'm in my bed. I can just do your readings. People are like, well, are you driving right now? I'm like, yep, you're on my Bluetooth. I can talk. They're like, you can? I'm like, unfortunately, I can. Yeah, it doesn't shut off unless I shut it off. Hey, Kim Lovejoy. Oh my God, I love it, Kim. Beautiful. Please come back and join tonight when I do the other one about anxiety and panic attacks. Please come back. Any nurses, any medical staff, anybody, please come back. Anybody that's suffering from that, please come back. So what I'm trying to tell you is that tarot cards, crystals, pendulums, crystal balls, none of that, all that is a tool. It's like a mechanic. A mechanic knows how to fix your car, and they need certain tools to be able to do it. Some cars need special tools, okay? Some astrologers need certain things as well, right? Certain tarot card readers, they need tarot cards. They need cards. Crystal ball readers, they need crystal balls. Psychics need nothing but serenity, a oneness, okay? So number one, you want to make sure, you have some time to yourself, some quiet time, where there's not going to be any phones ringing. There's not going to be somebody knocking at your door bothering you. You're not going to be distracted by anything. So if you know the trash man's going to start coming around and collecting in a half an hour, don't do it then. If you know that a neighbor usually knocks on your door in the afternoon, don't do it then. If you know your kids get home from school, you don't want to do it then. Do it when you know everyone's asleep in the house. Do it when you know everybody's out of the house right now. Do it when you know I can shut my phone off. I can turn on some quiet music, something that relaxes me, nothing that's sad, nothing that's about love and all that. Just whatever instrumental type of music makes you feel calm. I can turn on a water fountain. I have a waterfall here that I can use. I can dim the lights some. So I'm going to find my quiet space, what works for me. What works for me may not work for you. So it has to be what works for you. What gives you that aha moment that you know, I finally can just relax for a minute. When you get there, that's when you're ready. Next, you want to make sure, again, that besides having your own quiet time, besides having the sounds around you being at a very minimal, just delicately playing, or you can be sitting near water, near the river, near the ocean, Whatever works for you, okay? Number 3, you want to work on clearing your mind. This is the step that'll take the most, because most of us have a mind that's racing 1,000 miles a minute, especially thus with the anxiety and panic attacks. So to clear your mind, you'll lay there for a minute. You'll try to take your nice, slow, deep breaths, and you'll try to take it in for at least the count of 5 to 7, and then out for the count of 5 to 7. Once you do that, and do that probably about 5 or 6 times, slowly. I don't need anybody hyperventilating. Slowly. Enough to calm you. Let you feel your best in a laying down position. Let yourself feel like all the muscles in your back, all the tension, everything is going out of you. Next, you want to make sure that you're focused on your third eye. When you try to focus on your third eye, again, which is right here, you close your eyes and you try to see the space inside. It's kind of like using your eyes to look in here, but inside. Okay, and it's kind of like you want to see it be almost like a movie projector, like the screen of a movie or a canvas. Okay, and you want to be able to see it that it's blank right now. It's clear, but I see a light. Okay, you want to do that. Once you can get to that part, once you can stop your mind from all the worries, whatever it is you got to make a decision on. I got to be somewhere at 3, got a doctor's appointment at 7, Mary's supposed to call at 6. When you get all that going, it's not going to work. Might as well quit. Try to get another time. You have to be able to quiet your mind and think of nothing but that third eye. Now that right there don't seem like much, but already, trust me, to find a quiet place, to get the right sound effects, to have yourself relaxing, to do the deep breathing, to get your mind to stop racing and all that, to relax your body, to focus on your third eye. That's where we're at so far. Next, you want to ask yourself a question, okay? This is the way to start to get in tune with yourself, because a lot of times you'll ask yourself something, but you're not asking it in the right way. Sometimes you'll ask me questions too, and I'll say, I'm not understanding that. I'm not getting that. You have to ask me a different way. And I'll say to you, ask me that in a different way. Because the way you're saying it to me or presenting it to me, my grandmother can't speak to it. She don't get it. Ask yourself something. It's kind of similar like, what should I be doing with my life? That's a pretty big question. It's a pretty wide question. If you're expecting to get one answer, like you should be a scientist, that's not going to come like that. It's not going to come like that. Okay. What source, what the divine, what your angels, what everybody working toward and for you will show you is going to be little pieces at first. It might be a sound. So maybe you'll hear children. Now, this is for those of you who are supposed to be a teacher. You're going to hear maybe children. You may hear something being recited. You may smell macaroni and cheese. You may smell pizza. You may smell different things that will all go or resonate with children or school. You may see a flag blowing in the wind. You may see uniforms. Maybe kids are wearing uniforms these days. You're going to get different signs. They're going to show you the direction that you're headed. You might not figure it out at first. It's almost like having to be a detective. You might not figure it out at first. You might not know. You might not know what's really happening. But what I also get is that there is going to be different ways that are going to come towards you that are going to result in some confusion. There's going to be some information that comes to you that you're going to be like, I don't have any idea what that means. I have no idea what spirit or source is trying to tell me. I just don't know. So then you ask again and say, can I have more clarity, or can I see it in a different perspective, please? Can you show me something different? Hey, Rella. Again, the first time that you do this, you may not get anything. The second time you do it, you may not get anything. But if you continually do this for approximately 20 to 30 days straight in a row, you'll find out sometimes some of you will get headaches. They come very easy, headaches. Some of you may get stressed out. I want you to pay attention to when you're asking that question and you're waiting for the answer to come and you're keeping your eyes closed, okay? Because you're visioning that canvas. You're going to see things put on that canvas for you, or you're going to hear certain things. But what I want to say is that I want you to pay attention, again, to what you smell at the time. When you think I'm getting nothing, think about it. Smell. What does that smell? What does that sound? What does that color mean? Okay, you need to do all that. You got to pay attention to so many different things at the same time. So once you get used to doing this way, your intuitiveness is already within you. And your source, okay, the part of you that lives in the vortex, knows already what's good for you and what's not. It already knows where you should be and where you're not. It also knows what direction you should go in and where you should avoid. So all of these answers are within you. I just want you to make sure that you understand what I'm trying to tell you. So remember to continue to use all of your senses. Pay attention to your feelings, whether you're asking a question, maybe you're saying to yourself, is my husband coming back to me? And you're asking, you're waiting for the answer, and all of a sudden you become very anxious, very nervous. And you don't know what that feeling is coming over you. Maybe your heart starts pattering or puttering or fluttering. Understand what those feelings mean to you. What does it normally mean when you're not in this position, when you're not in this meditative state? What does it normally mean when you get that feeling? Is that because you're doing something you don't want to do? Is that because you're around somebody you don't want to be around? Is that because this person makes your heart skip a beat because you love them so much? Only you can decipher what that feeling means, okay? Some of you may start sweating, getting very hot. It's very nervous. It's being very nervous, okay? Some of you may fall asleep when you do this at first. You may actually fall asleep because you have been so wound up and you've had so much stress on you that when you finally took those few moments to lay down and relax and meditate and do what I'm telling you, you went to sleep. Eventually, you won't keep falling asleep. Eventually, you'll be able to get your answers. And yeah, Karen A, absolutely. I'm forgetting about telling you about doing your protection because I have somebody who always protects me, so I'm not telling you, and I'm sorry about that. You have to remember to ground yourself. To ground yourself is like this. You sit calmly, quietly, in the place where I told you to be, where you find your calm space, right? As you're doing your breathing during that time period, you picture a big wire cable type of thing is what I do. And it comes from out of your head and it goes all the way up and it kind of just, you see a hook on it and you picture that it hooks up there into the heaven, in the heaven where the angels and everybody are. And it hooks up there so it can't be pulled down. And you imagine yourself trying to pull on it to make sure that's firm. It's not moving. Then you picture the bottom of your feet. You picture that same type of wire cable coming out from your feet and going down into the earth as deep as it can go. And that hook, again, hooking on a boulder. And it's hooking right into it. And it's deep in there. And you tug it, and you know that you can't be pulled out of it. When you do that, and you picture the white light surrounding you, you can see a white light coming down on you. Then that is when you know that you are now in a safe zone. You ask the angels, or you ask your higher power, or you ask who you feel comfortable with to protect you with the white light, not to allow any negative energies to come in, to take space, or to remove you from anywhere than where you are in the light, and that the only answers you want is to come from the light. Once you do that, and you complete this whole task, then you can remove each cord from the top and the bottom. Then you can thank, don't forget to thank the universe, your angels, and everyone who's protected you during that time period. Don't ever use, for regular people, don't ever use cards, don't ever use crystal balls or anything else before you protect yourself. Even when you go to the stores to purchase some of these cards are handled before by other people. People know what these cards are. Be sure before you go into any type of mystical shops or anything else that you always protect yourself first. Even before you get in your car, protect yourself first. Okay? So this is all very important to do. Hey, AJBH. So thank you, Michelle A. Thank you, and Karen A. So this is what I have for you guys for now. I have 2 readings to do. Leo 1111, and then Michelle. So as soon as I finish, hey, Divine Soul, hello. Please remember to hit the like button, you guys. So as soon as I finish these 2 readings and eat some of my eggplant parm that I made, you can see it in the beginning of this video. One day I'm going to cook and show you while I'm cooking. I'm going to talk to you and give readings while I'm cooking. But I didn't want to do that before because I didn't want to copy somebody. But now that I see everybody does everything, so I'm just going to do it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Hey, Tammy W. So I am going to come back, and the next video that we're going to have posted up will be about your anxiety and your panic attacks, about your relationships. And I think that I wanted to call it, well, I think it was pretty much about, well, I'm going to come up with a title. I'm going to come up with a title. But just so you know, we all have to go through it, right, to get to it. And we're going to figure this out one way or the other together. So, again, I have 2 readings to do. I should be done within, I'm going to say within 2 hours from now, which will be 8 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you all can come back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so that we can do a video. And we're going to do this video. And also, once I'm done that video, then I am going to be doing some mini reads for $50, not $55, but $50. And that mini read will be, when will I find the right partner? And what exactly is in the way? So let's find out when roughly you're going to find the right partner. How soon? No, I'm not going to say January, February, March. That's not going to be my answer. But how soon? And what's holding me back? Each of you have something very specific holding you back. Which card is going to be yours? That's what I want to know. Which card is holding you back? Can't make this stuff up, right? That card just showed up. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on in Life of Destiny. I do not know. But I got you down for a reading too. So we'll get you in. I'm going to get everybody done. There's only one of me. There's many of you, but I'm trying. So please be patient. If anybody has recently ordered a reading within, first of all, I wanted to make an announcement that I don't do readings on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. So if you pay for one on Friday, chances are, unless that was an emergency reading, you paid $300. I'm not doing you on Friday. I'm not going to do Saturday, Sunday, but you'll come up between Monday and Friday of the next week. So please just understand that I'm not doing emergency readings unless you've paid for an emergency reading, which is the same day, $300, your choice. Or if you purchase a $150 reading with me, don't expect that reading to be done within 2 days, 3 days. Okay, please don't. I can't put that kind of pressure on me. Wednesday, I won't be doing any live readings until the evening. All day Wednesday. I hope to get up the daily for Wednesday in the morning before I got to run around, which is why I made the eggplant and the chicken for my daughter. So with that being said, I will be back in a little while, 2 hours from now, whatever your time zone is, 2 hours from now. I will be back, and let's get a video done. Let's talk. Let's talk about our anxiety. Let's talk about panic attacks. Let's talk about fibromyalgia and how some people are just truly diagnosed wrong. So let's talk about it and find out what we can do so that we're not disabled or have this disability creating so many problems for us. Let's get through this together. So come back and join me here, okay?